This is Android Basics, in which we bring you up to date on the things that you should know to use your Android phone.
Now we turn to our Android Basics segment, and we are back on the Play Store. I believe this is episode 4, and I'm going to pass this over to Warren.
As we continue our series on the Play Store, today we're looking at the tabs at the bottom. If you remember that during the first preamble to the first episode in this series, that I showed you all the tabs that we had, both at the top and at the bottom. Today, however, we're looking at the bottom ones, and depending on the country that you're located in, you may have 3 tabs, 4 tabs, or 5 tabs if you're someone that lives in the United States and has access to something like Play Pass. For some reason, some countries don't have this, and so you may see only 3 tabs, 4 tabs, or 5 tabs, like I said, if you have a Play Pass subscription. I will now invoke my Bixby and ask it to bring up the Play Store. Open Play Store.
Play Store. Apps, tab, selected, 2 of 4, in list, 4 items.
It opened up the Play Store and placed me on the Apps tab. We've already dealt with the Apps tab, and so today I'm not looking at the Apps tab. Rather, we'll be looking at the other 3. In other words, we'll be looking at the Games tab, which is the first one at the bottom left, and then the third, which is the Offers tab, and the last one will be the Books tab. I'll now put my finger down and tap on the Games tab, the very first one at the bottom left.
Games, tab, 1 of 4.
Here is Games 1 of 4, and I'll tap here to get started.
Games, selected.
Upon tapping on Games tab there at the bottom left, it generates some other tabs near the top, and in total, I think there are a total of 7 of those. Let's go ahead, though, and look at what those tabs are, and starting from the top left and going right, these are the tabs that we encounter.
For You, tab, selected, 1 of 7, in list, 7 items.
We heard For You selected 1 of 7, and that's by default. And so everything here is what Google thinks you may like. And putting my finger down, looking at some of those things that they think is for me would include some of these.
Tetris. Play the timeless block puzzle game together with everyone, anywhere. Star rating, 4.2. In list.
Okay.
Wordscapes. Relax your brain with this fun word puzzle game and beautiful landscapes. Star rating, 4.6.
And you can go on and on.
Candy Crush Saga. Match 3 candies to blast sugar. Master the sweetest puzzle game to level up. Star rating, 4.6.
Now, I do want to say from the offset that I'm not a gamer, and so I'm not familiar with these things. I'm just kind of giving you an overview of these things. If there's ever a game that I ever played on my phone, it used to be something called Audio Archery, and I believe I still have the APK somewhere in one of my cloud storages. That's the only game I ever had. Let's go back, though, to the top and look at the other 6 tabs. So we've seen the default, which is the For You tab, and now to the right of that, we have the following tabs.
Top charts, tab, 2 of 7, in list, 7 items.
We got top charts. Those are the ones that are charting on the Play Store. The next one will be
Kids, tab, 3 of 7.
There's the Kids tab, and of course, kiddos have their own games. And if you have little ones, you can go in here and look at the ones that they like. And by the way, Google says these things are teacher approved. Next, we got
Events, detected. Icon, rightwards arrow, right pointing triangle, tab, 4 of 7.
We got events, and frankly, I have no clue as to what that is because, like I said, I'm not a gamer, and I'm kind of suspecting that this might be with people that want to do some events on the Play Store. I have no clue. I'm not sure. We'll leave it alone, move to the next one.
New, detected. Icon, right pointing triangle, tab, 5 of 7.
As the name suggests, this is the new apps, that is, games that just arrived on the Play Store. Next.
Premium, tab, 6 of 7.
We have the premium, meaning these are premium ones that may cost you a little bit more. And the last and not the least, we got
Categories. Detected. Icon. Rightwards arrow. Right pointing triangle. Tab. 7 of 7.
we have the categories tab. And if we tap here, I'm sure that we'll see all kinds of different categories of games. So let's go in here for a quick while and see what we have when we tap on these categories.
Categories. Selected.
Let's explore and go from here downward and see the categories we have.
Action. In list.
We got action,
Adventure. Arcade. Board. Card. Casino.
casino. That may be in Ed's category there because I know that boy likes that casino deal. This is not something that I'm familiar with, and it depends on the country that you're located in. It may be legal to have some little fun here on the casino apps, but if you're in a country that doesn't allow that, then you need to be careful. Next,
Casual.
we got casual,
Educational.
educational,
Music. Puzzle.
puzzle,
Racing.
racing,
Role playing.
role-playing,
Simulation.
simulation,
Sports.
sports. And of course, you tab there, you're going to see all different kinds of apps belonging to different sports. I know my kids have something called a 2K or some other football apps and things like that. And I'm sure you'll find those in here. Next,
Strategy.
we got strategy,
Trivia.
trivia, and the last one will be
Word.
word. Let's now go back.
Apps. Reading mode. Installed. In list.
That is games. Now, the next tab I want to talk about will be the third one, and that will be the offers tab. Now, again, depending on the country that you're located in, you may not have the offers tab. Basically, what the offers tab is a place where developers make offers by slashing prices for a few days or a few weeks or even a month, depending on what the developer or who the developer is. Now, this is not to be confused by the notification and offers button found near the voice search on the top. That is totally different. That one exclusively comes from Google. So if Google has any notifications for you, they're offering you something, it will be in the notification and offers button. That button found to the right of the voice input. This one, however, is the offers coming from developers. Let's go ahead now and tap on Offers tab.
Offers. Tab. 3 of 4. In list. Offers. Selected.
I am now on the Offers tab and putting my finger near the top and going down.
Offers for apps you might like. Out of list.
We hear offers you may like and moving down.
7-day free trial and 42% off an annual premium subscription. In list.
Here are some things relating to 7-day trials and some 42% off annual subscriptions and all of that. And so things like that, that's what you find in here in the Offers tab. Let's move down.
An offer out of this world. Get 220% more with the Mega Space Bundle. Ends on the 4th of June 23. In list.
As I indicated, some of these offers only last a few days to a week or weeks or maybe a month. So you want to be checking here and see if there are any offers in here that may interest you. Let's scroll down a little bit, see if there are any more.
Games on sale. Out of list.
Then the games on sale.
Doncaster. Deck building RPG. Card. Card Battler. Star rating. 4.7. Current price. $1.99. Full price. $4.99.
Okay.
Machinarium. Adventure. Casual. Star rating. 4.4. Current price. $1.99. Full price. $5.99.
You got the drift. That's what I'm talking about that's found in the Offers tab. Let's now go back.
Apps. Reading mode. Installed. In list.
Now I'm going to show you the notification and offers that I'm talking about, which exclusively would be coming from Google, and that is found near the voice search. So just between your account name and the voice search, you may find a button there that says notifications and offers or something like that. That comes from Google. Let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about.
Signed in as Warren Carr. Account and settings.
And between that and the voice search is,
Show notifications and offers. Button.
let's tap here.
Notifications and offers.
Tapping on notifications and offers or show notifications and offers, and like I said, these will be exclusively coming from Google. And putting my finger down though, we got a couple tabs here. The first one is the notification tab, which is by default selected, and then the second one is the offers tab. Let's look at what we have in the notification tab.
Surprise. Get $2 off from Google Play. Use it on any app, game, or in-app item over $2 yesterday.
So Google sent me a notification that they are giving me $2 off any app that I could purchase here on the Play Store, and I got that yesterday. Let's tap on that offers tab, which is to the right of that notification tab.
Offers. Tab. 2 of 2.
Tapping on offers.
Offers. Selected. Page 2 of 2.
And when you tap on offers, you're going to hear the same thing that we saw in the notification.
$2 discount from Play on an app, game, or in-app item. Use by June 16, 23. Valid for a $2 discount against any one app, game, or in-app item with an on-store price greater than $2 at the time the purchase is made on Google Play. Disabled.
And I have to get that before the 16th, and below that on the left will be
Get Reward button.
Get the reward. And at the bottom, you have a long bar. There will say redeem code or something having to do with redemption.
Redeem code button.
There we are. That's what that is. So it's totally different from the offers tab that we saw at the bottom. Again, this exclusively comes from Google. Let's go back.
Customize fonts, add contrast and listen to articles, discover reading mode, tips and tricks.
Now let's go ahead and look at the last tab at the bottom right, and that will be the Books tab.
Books, tab, 4 of 4.
Tap here.
Books, selected.
Tapping on the Books tab also generates some tabs near the top. There are a total of 8, I believe, that are generated. By default, the first one is
eBooks, tab, selected, 1 of 8.
eBooks, and that's selected, and so everything below here will have to do with eBooks. To the right of that, we got
Audiobooks, tab, 2 of 8.
audiobooks. Next, we got
Comics, tab, 3 of 8.
comics. If you're into comics, this is where you go to and find those books. Next,
Genres, tab, 4 of 8.
genres. So if you tap here, you could choose the category of genres that you want, whether it's history, biographies, autobiographies, or whatever, and things like that. You go in here and choose what you like. I am not a fiction kind of guy, so when I go in here, I look for things like autobiographies and all of that. Next, we got
Top selling, tab, 5 of 8.
top selling books, which books are doing well on the Play Store. This is where you see those books. Next,
New releases, tab, 6 of 8.
new releases, books that are just added to the Play Store or just rolling off the press. This is where you'll find those books. The next one will be
Children's books, tab, 7 of 8.
children's books. If you have little ones, you can go in here and shop for books that they may like. And any book you buy in here gets added to your Play Store books. The last but not the least in this is one of my favorite, and I'm talking about El Fribo, something that doesn't cost money. And that will be
Top free, tab, 8 of 8.
top free. Let's go ahead and tap here. It's important.
Top free, selected.
Tapping on the top free, it automatically sends us then to the e-books. And all of the books that you find here are relating to e-books. Some of them are free, and actually all of them are rather free, but have some prices associated to them. So these are not things that are permanent. They rotate, they roll out, some new ones come in, and things like that. Let's take a look at the ones that are free now. There are lots of them. We're just going to look at a few.
1. Serving Mankind, Serving God. Mukesh Ravichandran. Ebook. Star rating, 4.0. Free.
There we go.
2. Total Possession, A Steamy Billionaire Romance. Book 3. Ebook. Star rating, 4.6. Free.
All right.
3. Cruel Destiny. Book 2. Ebook. Star rating, 4.9. Current price. Free, full price, $4.99.
So that's a $5 book. You're getting it for free.
4. Love, Pucks, and Other Stories, a Rush Hockey Trilogy Book 1. Book 4. Ebook. Star rating, 4.5. Free.
As you can see, there are lots of them. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit and see what else we find here at random.
20. Tangled Fury, Romance and Suspense. Book 3. Ebook. Star rating, 4.5. Current price. Free, full price, $3.99.
I'll scroll down one more time and look at one at random.
27. Prowling Their Mate. BBW Fated Mates Shifter MFM Ménage Romance Book. Book 1. Ebook. Star rating, 4.6. Current price. Free, full price, $3.99.
You got the drift. So now let's navigate our way to audiobooks, because we are going to see the same offers, free stuff in audiobooks as well, since we're sitting on the top free. Let's go ahead though and tap on Audio tab.
Audiobooks selected. 1. Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill. Audiobook. Star rating, 4.6. Current price. Free, full price, $12.18.
There you go. The first one is a $12 or $13 book, and you'll get it El Frivo.
2. Fate of the Wolf. Second Chance Wolf Shifter Female Alpha Queen Romance Story. Amelia Shaw. Audiobook. Star rating, 4.3. Current price. Free, full price, 99 cents.
I'm going to scroll down and let's
New
see what
releases,
else we
tab.
got.
13. Chicago Addresses, by Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda. Audiobook. Star rating, 4.6. Free. In list.
Scroll
New
down
releases,
some more.
tab. 6 of 8. In list. 20. The Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Audiobook. Star rating, 4.4. Free. In list.
You got the drift.
22. Frankenstein. Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin Shelley. Audiobook. Star rating, 4.4. Free.
So in reality, when you come in here and you tap on that top free, you can look in either the ebooks category or you can look in the audio, depending on what you like, and you can choose what you want. That's a quick overview of these things. And now handing you over to the podcast crew as we deliberate on these things and talk about the things that matter and those that don't. Here's your crew.
Thanks very much, Warren. That shows us that the remaining tabs we'd already done apps, as Warren said, and I know Warren covered this on the video. But what was striking for me when I fired my Play Store up, having listened to the demo, was that I did not have the Office tab. What was really interesting, though, is that when I switched accounts, I did have it. So it's not dependent on the version of the Play Store app you have installed. It's purely account dependent. So when I switched to my Play Store account on the same phone, that Office tab winked into being almost by magic. Anyone have any thoughts? I've got to say, I tend to use the apps tab most on the Play Store, which you've already done. But do others use the other tabs? Are you often in the Office tab, John?
I have never gone to the Office tab. I looked at it this week just to see what it was about, but nothing really interested me. It felt kind of more like ads than anything else.
I think that the Offers tab, though, benefits people that are gamers more because you have all kinds of incentives in there. You know, you got discounts and things like that and extended trials or whatever. So for a common user or average user, probably there may not be so much in the way of the offers. It's the same thing as I see it with the Play Pass. I used to, I tried Play Pass and I just realized until they bring a lot of apps in there, I'm not a gamer. I don't think that Play Pass was for me either. So the offers is mainly toward people who are gamers. I mean, there are other things in there, but again, it depends on the developers who are willing to drop their things in there in the way of trying to entice people to get their stuff. So other than that, it's a mixed bag. You get some ads and you get some nice discounts on some of the things that maybe it doesn't matter to you and I.
When you say extended trials, Warren, do you mean like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, or like the OJ one? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, the extended trials could be, maybe got a little 7 day. But like I said, though, it's the discount that matters. Because, for example, if you have a 42% discount of an annual subscription to something, let's say that thing is $12 a year, and you get a 42% discount. So you see, you kind of wind up paying maybe like $8 or somewhere in there. So I can see the advantage of the offers because people are trying to entice you to come and get their stuff. But if you don't care, then maybe it's not for you. But it's a place to go in there to look now and then because you never know. These things are like a revolving door. You never know which one would come through. It may be one that you really like and you've been pining away for quite a while.
I will say that I do like the way the Play Store does subscriptions, whether it be a trial or just a regular subscription. If I can subscribe to something through the Play Store, I will because it's just so much easier to manage it. And when you want to cancel it, you can go cancel it, and you don't have to remember to cancel it. You can just cancel it now, and it'll stay active until the cancellation date, and then cancel itself. It's just much easier than like going to the website and having to worry about them trying to talk you into staying and all this stuff. Like, it's much easier to manage your subscriptions through the Play Store if at all possible.
Yeah, I don't disagree, John. All I'd say is that sometimes it's significantly more expensive. So the websites sometimes pass on that Google charge to you via the Play Store. So if you take it out and never intend to pay for it because you've taken out the free trial, then I agree with you. Doing it through the Play Store is better. I'd always recommend, before paying for a subscription on the Play Store, though, for something you actually want to pay for, if you can pay for it on the website, go see what the price is. Oftentimes, certainly more often than not, when I've looked at it, it's cheaper on the website. Although John's right, it's usually much more annoying to cancel it. And you get all these annoying things. Are you sure you want to cancel? And then it cycles around and you're on a screen where you can't really tell whether you have cancelled it or not because it's hidden in some weird little dialogue that your screen reader doesn't focus at the bottom. So yeah, Play Store definitely more convenient, can be more expensive.
So that is the point that I actually wanted to make. Even for installing apps using the website, I mean free apps or even paid apps, once you buy them, you hit on install and then the dialog is at the bottom of the screen, absolutely, and then you need to really work on it for focusing it, press the tab key or whatever, and that is really very bad. So about 2-3 years back, or I can say 2 years back, the website was very nice, but now they have made it very not nice. And even the YouTube videos, when you upload them, that time also the dialogue is the same place sometimes. So they have almost built it according to the YouTube studio.
I think I agree with John because, and I tell this story. I had purchased a subscription to Dashlane back in 2019. And when it came time to renew, they kept saying that they couldn't find my subscription. And meanwhile, it is there. And so I had to go through Google to cancel it, and Google had them refund my money. So frankly, I would always get something through Google because, like John says, I can cancel it anytime. You can cancel it way before the trial is over or the subscription kicks in, and you'll still be good to use that app. So I'm one of those that I would rather get it through Google Play.
But the difference, Warren, it can be the difference between $3.49 and $4.99 a month. So if you've got $1.50 to burn on convenience, then great. But it is usually cheaper, not always. Usually, though, if you want to pay for it, to do it by the website and not by the app on the Play Store. Just saying.
It depends also on convenience in terms of Google have already got your card details and stuff. If you go on a website for an app, I'm guessing you've got to type, do all that again, your card details and everything. And if you're saving a significant amount of money, it might be worthwhile. But if it's like not much at all, and it doesn't add up to that much, then it might not be and it probably depends on how easy the website is to use. Sometimes it is less stressful to spend slightly more money, and sometimes you look at the difference in price and go, no, I'll go on the website. I actually didn't even think of going on websites, Ed. So thank you for that thought, because I just thought you go to the Play Store and get apps. So
Well, you do go to the Play Store to get apps. You don't download apps necessarily from the website. But it's for those apps which are also services. So I mean, Audible doesn't do this, but let's say you could take out an Audible subscription through Google.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
A newspaper might be one. So it's not buying the app. It's when that app, which also has a website, is selling you a service. So
I
a
see.
subscription type app. Normally, that app will have a website where you can also go subscribe to the thing and you log in. They don't already, but quite a lot do. You're right though. How much do you want your financial data exposed? That can depend on the payment method supported by the website. Obviously, some will let you use PayPal, some will let you use Google Pay. If it's a website that insists you put your card in and it's not using something like Stripe or PayPal to do that, and it seems to be doing it by itself, then yeah, you might well think, do I want to do that? But yeah, you sometimes have to. It's sometimes a financial trade-off between the convenience of the Play Store and the inconvenience of a website. It's not always a convenience one. But as you say, you pays your money or not, and takes your choice.
Well, the other thing is, I imagine some of them have probably got annual subscriptions you can get as well. Because the reason I thought of this, and as you said, Audible isn't one that you can get through the Google Play Store, but that's one that I do get, once a year now, and it is cheaper. So there might be apps on the Play Store. If you know you really like an app and you are going to want to keep using it all the time, or a service, that could be a thing to look at if it's an option. For some things, it's not an option, but for some apps, it might be. And some people might not think to look beyond the monthly subscription, and especially, when you're blind and you're reading with a screen reader, you're just reading one thing at a time. We all are. Whereas if you're sighted, it might be really obvious that there's another option below. So maybe I'd say just double check some of these things sometimes, because you might find that an annual subscription's cheaper or something as well. So that's another option.
Yeah,
If you can
definitely.
afford, some people can't afford the annual subscriptions depending on the price, but they can save you money if it's an outlay you can afford to make.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing I'd say, just building on John's point about convenience, if you have an account and it is a PayPal, is a payment method, I'd always recommend using PayPal for subscriptions, because all you have to do is go cancel it in PayPal, a bit like cancelling it on the Play Store. It's not quite as seamless. All it does is stop the payment, but it does the same thing. Play Store, I think, actually has the courtesy to tell the vendor that you don't want it anymore, whereas PayPal isn't really cancelling a subscription, it's cancelling a payment. But if you do have a payment method, if you do have an account via PayPal and it's offered as a payment method when you're not using the Play Store, I would always do that, because it's easier to cancel a recurring payment on PayPal than it is either on a payment card or sometimes on the website you're buying from, for the reasons that John highlighted when he was talking about the Play Store.
Do they not email you then, though, the people who you've paid or not paid, and say,
Doesn't really
your
matter.
payment hasn't gone through and
Yeah,
stuff?
delete the email.
Yeah.
You don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
You cancelled it on PayPal. So what? Yeah, they email you.
Yeah.
I've got a delete key.
I agree with you, Fee, because frankly, I'm one of those that don't want to be putting my info there on so many places. So I mainly use PayPal and Play Store. Anything more than that is coming from the devil, and I avoid those
I bet
as much
you
as I
use
can.
I bet you use Amazon. I bet you order on Amazon
Well,
sometimes.
Amazon, I do. Yeah, so those three. But frankly, like you are saying, one needs to be careful, because if the website you're not very sure about, if they offer other methods, like say the PayPal, I always look at that first. If I'm doing something directly from a website, I want to see if they support PayPal. And believe it or not, many a times I have skipped something because the website doesn't support PayPal. And for me, it's like a red flag. I'm not going to do this with you guys because you try to cancel and they give you a runaround. I experienced that from one company in the Netherlands, and I'm like, oh no, not again.
Some apps are weird as
Warren,
well.
I didn't
like,
think you ordered that. I didn't think you smoked those sorts of substances. Like, it's fine. It's legal in the Netherlands, and you can order it. It's fine. But I'm
Oh,
surprised.
brother.
I'm surprised that you're a 420 guy. I didn't think you were a 420 man. But well, that's you.
Yeah, I think that thing was called a paddle soft or something. They process payments for different companies. So I was buying this screen recording app. I believe it was it was totally inaccessible, and so I wanted to, get rid of it, get a refund. And I tell you, they gave me a runaround. And so from that moment on, if a website doesn't support PayPal, you're not getting my moolah.
some apps are weird as well in that to subscribe or unsubscribe if they're a service, they sometimes have an app, but then you still have to go on their website to subscribe or unsubscribe, like Netflix, for example. That's the example I can think of straight away.
Yeah, that's because Google will charge Netflix 15%. That's why, as Ed pointed out, sometimes it costs more on the Play Store because Google's going to take 15% of whatever you pay to Netflix in the app. So Netflix can decide, okay, I'm either going to eat the 15%, make you go to my website to sign up for it, or just charge you more on the Play Store to make up for the 15%.
Yeah. So their app on the Play
Well, it's
Store
30,
is free.
30%, right?
Oh yeah.
No, I think it's now
30%.
15 though.
No,
I
15,
thought Google
15
knocked it down.
for the amount of money which is below $1 million. I don't think Netflix is getting below $1 million.
Well, but I think their app is actually free off the Play Store, and then they send you to, like Audible, and then they send you to their website, or on Audible's case, Amazon.
Yeah, but
in
can't you
Audible's case,
subscribe
Amazon.
using Play Store?
No,
Okay.
no, and that probably means it saves us money though. So
Yeah, but as
that's
John
good,
said,
really.
sometimes apps will let you subscribe and just pass it on. It's worth pointing out as well. I think everyone knows this, but it's worth saying, if you have an app that has a subscription, uninstalling that app does not cancel that subscription. I hope everyone realizes this. But taking an app off your phone has zero impact on any paid subscription that you might have.
No, you have to
go
actually
cancel it.
unsubscribe as well. Otherwise, they'll keep taking your payments. Yes.
And this is why subscriptions are just terrible because, frankly, a lot of times you'll forget that you've subscribed to something. And even though you just wanted it for a few days or whatever, and you forget about it, and before you know it, you're nicked.
Audible and Netflix are always sending me emails, so I wouldn't forget I've subscribed to them.
This happened to me with 11 Labs, that thing where I wanted to like make my voice into an AI sounding like TTS engine type voice. And I was like, I'll play around with this. And it was like $1 for your first month and then $5 for every month after that. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to play around with it. So I like used it for a day, forgot about it, got the email saying, you've been charged for your second month for $5. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I got to remember to cancel it. Another month went by. I got another email. I'm like, dang it. So
But
this month I went and canceled it.
But you could have cancelled it straight after you got the email, though, so that it would
Yeah,
still
but-
last until the next
Yeah, it was
email.
Yeah,
It
but
was
you're
my
still
fault. I
charged
just was
anyway.
like-
Even if you cancel, if they've already charged you, they can't refund that.
Yeah.
No,
I did
but it'll
request a
stop you.
refund.
It stops you being charged again next month, though. If you
Yeah, but
cancel
you
now.
mean to do it, don't you? And you
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was my fault. I was like, I'll
Yeah.
do that. I have a month. I'll take care of it. And then, of
Yeah.
course, I
Done.
forgot about it.
Exactly the same thing happened to me with exactly the same service. I took it out, paid for it a day, $5 email. It's like, oh, I meant to sort that out. I'll sort that out in a bit. Oh, second $5 email.
Oh
That
no!
is
Literally,
too funny.
literally the
So-
same service.
I actually requested a refund. I know it's only $5, but I was like, I'm gonna request a refund, and they actually gave it to me and canceled my service. So I
Oh,
only had to pay
good.
for 1 month that I didn't
Good.
use.
Oh, that is a lot
Yeah.
of money, isn't it? $5 a month for that service, because I wouldn't imagine most people would use it that often. You'd have to use it a lot to be worth value for money, I would think.
Well, I think it's designed for corporates. Really, they have tariffs that are a lot higher than that. I think it's like hobbyist intro tariffs. It's the artificial speech, AI driven, natural language synthesis stuff, isn't it? So, I think businesses want to use it, so they have big, very expensive tariffs, and then they've got these introductory ones that you can play with, which is quite good fun. But yeah, I decided to suck it up because I could have done it and I didn't. So, but yeah, good, fair play. You got your money back.
Yeah. So watch out for subscriptions.
The only other tab I wanted to mention was books. Does anyone use Playbooks? I've got to say I tend to use Kindle, but is anyone here a Playbooks fan?
I am a Playbooks fan, and frankly, I think there's a lot of things that the Playbook does right when compared to a lot of the similar services out there. And I'm looking at it from a viewpoint of a blind user. And for me, that background plays a critical role. And most especially, let's say there's an interruption, you get a phone call or you use your screen reader or whatever. What I like about Playbooks is that it rewinds itself to where that interruption came through, or maybe a few words even before that interruption. So you're not missing a bit with the Playbooks. The only thing that they haven't done well, and which I've been crying about, is the ability to navigate to the chapter that you want. It's like a 2 or 3 stepper to get to that, and that's the part that they haven't fixed. If they fix that, they'll be my exclusive ebook reader.
And will it auto scroll pages using Braille, or does it suffer from the Kindle problem?
Actually, it does now, and especially with the updated version. So if you're a Braille user, you'll enjoy Playbooks as well.
So it does auto scroll, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Good.
And
Yeah.
like I said, frankly, they've done a lot of things good, but the only problem is that navigating to the chapter that you want without going through a 2 or 3 stepper.
What, they have as many as Kindle? And they synchronize with audiobooks?
Let's be honest, Amazon rules in this department. But yes, their stuff sync across your devices, whether it's audio or whether it's ebook that you have, that will sync. But the quantity of books, I don't think anyone would come close to Amazon. They've been in the
No,
field for a long time.
What I'm saying is, on Amazon, you can get an audio book and Kindle book of the same book, and you can come back to the same place in either version. Can you do that on Playbooks?
I don't do audio much. I think if I have an audio book, I only have just one audiobook
Yeah.
from Playbook. I'm not an audio kind of guy. I kind of tend to prefer the ebooks.
Yeah, I just wondered if that was a thing you could do, because that would be cool.
Yeah, I would like to
yeah.
test that on the maybe I should get 2 books that both have audio and an ebook and see if
Well,
they
the same
sync.
book.
Yeah, and that's
And
interesting.
is
I
the
never thought of
audio
it like that.
and is the audio cheaper once you've bought the text version? Because it often is on Amazon, a lot discounted once you've bought the book. The audio book is a lot cheaper. So that'd
That's
be
a
an
nice way of
interesting.
doing it. Yeah, well, because
Yeah, so
if you
that
do it
would be
that
an
way,
interesting thing to know.
yeah,
Does Playbooks do that?
frankly, I don't know. So I'm gonna try that, and I'll, let
Yeah.
you know next week if that's
Yeah,
true.
let me know.
When
I
we're
mean,
done, I'll try one.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go for Playbooks or try it because by the time Playbooks started, I had Kindle already for ages, so I'd already got loads of books, and I couldn't really be bothered having 2 different libraries.
No.
It's just, it's a bit silly, so I didn't. But I'd be interested to know. Maybe I'll see if there's any free books and I can just have a test of it and see what it's like at some point when I'm not so busy.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I would love to be able to have both the ebook and the audio synchronizing. I think that would be absolutely beautiful.
It is good because if you want to know how certain things have been spelled and, look at that, or you want to be able to, say, if you've got a braille display and you want to be able to read out a certain bit to one of your friends, or it's really dense information in an audiobook and you think, actually, this would be easier to take in this bit in text form, whether you're using braille or not. It's really nice to have that flexibility. And also you can search the text in the book. If you remember there was a really good bit in the book that you thought was funny or moving or clever or whatever, and you wanted to share it with somebody, you can search for the word or the phrase in the text, because you can't really do that easily in an Audible book, or an audio book, I should say. So it's nice to have that synchronization. So it'd be really good if Playbooks does that. I'd be very interested to know.
I'll let you know.
You should be able to do that in an audio book now, though, shouldn't you? Like the reverse of voice dictation. I don't know why you can't text search an audio book.
I think it's a license issue. Like, you have to... They want you to have to pay for the text version to get the text.
Yeah, you'd have to
Oh,
bought
I don't
it.
want the text. I don't want the text. I want to be able to text search an audiobook. That's a different thing. I want to be able to jump in my audiobook via text search. I don't see why that's so difficult now, given voice dictation. Presumably just reverse it.
I don't think it is difficult. I think it's just, like John says, if you want to be able to search text of a book, they want you to have paid for it. So
No.
I
I think what Ed is saying, though, is that, if you have an audiobook, I should be able to search through it, so that if I want to jump to a particular, segment or, whatever, just like we do with our ebooks, we should be able to do that. And truly, I think what Ed says, makes sense. If we could have that, I think that would be a good thing.
It would be good, but I don't see it happening. I'd
Yeah,
love to be
don't
wrong.
hold your breath.
I'd love to be wrong,
Well,
but I
with
don't.
all
It's
the
a money
AI,
thing.
I mean, with all the
But
AI
no, I don't
thing
think it is a
going
money
on,
thing, because like it might be a money thing with Audible, but I don't see why, like, a Mad Books or a simple audio book player can't introduce it for offline files. Why is it a money thing? I don't buy that at all. I can see
Exactly.
why buying a text version, and because you can manipulate a textbook in ways you can't manipulate an audio book. I get you can't have two versions of the same book. That has to be a licensing thing.
I guess you could have an app listen to the book and, like you're saying, but I don't know how long that would take. Like, would you have to play the whole book before you could search it?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't think you have to play the whole book. We talk AI, and frankly, I see this as a very simplistic thing.
No,
given
I know,
all
but
the
the thing
powers
is,
we
it's
have.
not whether it can be done; it's whether it can be done for free. Like, you're gonna get charged for it, because when you buy an audiobook, you aren't buying the text; you're buying a recording of the person's voice. And
I'm talking about offline MP3. Talking about searching offline MP3. Initially.
The technology's there, probably. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think this is something that can be done. I don't think anyone has given it a thought, but absolutely, I think it's very simplistic.
It would be cool.